Good evening and welcome to NNX, NNN's news show to give you campus news faster than you can eat a bowl of mac and cheese. I'm Julia Richardson.
And I'm Katrina Pham. Tonight we'll look at COVID-19 safety concerns in Chicago public schools,
plus a walkout organized at Evanston Township High School,
a local organization's celebration for the Day of the Dead, and more.
So grab your mac and cheese and let's jump right into tonight's stories. Since August, Chicago public schools are back in person with no remote options. Members of the community feel as if COVID precautions are being swept under the rug. Community leaders, staff, and parents protesting to demand more vaccination options, better communication regarding contact tracing, and more testing. Not having an online option forcing some parents to decide between homeschooling or risking their children contracting COVID-19. CPS said its number one priority is to support families, students, and staff during this unprecedented time.
Thank you, Julia. And do you know if anything has changed since the protests?
So parents and protesters have told me that they have been having meetings, but they don't expect much from the meetings. And also one parent told me that CPS has been unresponsive to her calls and requests for one-on-one meetings. So currently, I don't think anything's happened.
And now that vaccines are being approved for children ages 5 to 11, how will that impact CPS families and efforts to keep schools safe from COVID?
So in an email, CPS told me that it's working to expand vaccination site options for children ages 5 to 11 and making sure its language to CPS families emphasizes the importance and safety of the vaccine. Activist efforts to ensure the safety of all children attending Chicago's public schools are still ongoing.
Last month, Evanston Township High School students walking out of class demanding the city take action on climate change. Organized by E-Town Sunrise and Evanston Youth Climate Group, the protest urging the city to adopt the Climate Action Resilience Plan. Students were joined by city officials and the plan setting the goal of Evanston being carbon neutral by 2050. Now, Lily Aaron, a senior at ETHS and founder of E-Town Sunrise, will be taking her activism from the streets of Evanston to Glasgow. There, she's a youth ambassador for the, quote, It's Our Future delegate at COP26.
Climate justice can't take the back burner, and that we've been putting this off for far too long.
While there's no timeline on Evanston's vote on the Climate Action Resilience Plan, many city officials are in support.
This weekend, the nonprofit Latinos in Evanston North Shore, or LENS, gathered to pay tributes to their loved ones for the annual Day of the Dead celebration. LENS's mission, according to President of LENS Mercedes Fernandez, is to promote Latino culture and tradition in Evanston. Those who gathered for this weekend's celebration describe what the holiday means to them.
Para mí personalmente significa mis raíces, mi cultura, mis memorias, trae de mi niñez, también trae tradición para mis hijos.
LENS also offers free English classes, book clubs, and organizes for workers' rights. Visit Latinos in Evanston North Shore's Facebook page to learn more about Evanston's Latino programming.
Everyone knows sleep is important, especially in the middle of midterms. This week, NNN's Megan Leibowitz shows us the benefits of a good night's sleep.
While students may get A's in the classroom, their sleeping habits get low marks.
5 to 6 hours.
Last year was definitely worse, like 5 or less.
7 hours?
7 hours, the edge of a healthy sleeping time, according to Dr. Phyllis Z.
The range is 7 to 9 hours, but really kind of that minimum is about 7 hours.
Sleep deprivation can cause cognition, blood pressure, and metabolism problems.
Sleep actually helps in some ways to flush out. It's like the trash collector or the flushing of the toilet, flushing out some of the toxic activities.
Dr. Z says don't pull an all-nighter to study for your midterm, so close your laptop and go to bed.
Trying to maintain a healthy sleep habit throughout the entire week is going to pay off in spades compared to cramming.
What do healthy sleeping habits look like? Dim your lights 2 or 3 hours before bedtime. Stop eating 3 hours before bedtime. and maintain consistent sleep schedules, yes, even on weekends.
Try not to have more than a 2-hour difference between your weekends and your weekdays. That's what we call social jet lag.
This midterm season, getting your Z's so you can get A's. Megan Leibowitz, Northwestern News Network.
So Julia, it looks like 7 hours seems like the prime amount of time to be getting sleep, but I don't know about you, but that might not be the case for me.
Yeah, so I think college is definitely a hard time to get sleep. My friends make fun of me because I'm definitely a grandma. I go to bed early, usually before midnight every night, so I try to get the right amount of sleep. It doesn't always happen, but I try.
Yeah, I think that's something that I'm going to aim for. Maybe I'll start that next quarter, though. This quarter is already kind of on a roll, and it seems like that's not really happening. But
okay, I'll check back with you next quarter to see how you're doing. So for some Northwestern students, living here in Evanston means being away from their family pets, but an opportunity to give a home to an animal in need. Students fostering a pet from the Evanston Animal Shelter, helping the shelter save space, and adding a new member to their family at Northwestern. All costs from fostering are covered by the shelter. Students and Evanston residents can sign up to be considered for a foster dog or cat on evanstonanimalshelter.net. If you want to help Evanston's animals but can't foster, the Evanston Animal Shelter also has many Northwestern student volunteers. That's all the time we have for tonight.
Thank you for tuning in to NNX.
We hope you come back next week for more campus news on your schedule.
Stay tuned for Northwestern News Report and Politicat coming up next.
I'm Julia Richardson.
And I'm Katrina Pham. Good night.